Gift Diva. Welcome back to my channel. I'm coming on today in an attempt to do my first kind of review tutorial type deal. I had one of the commenters ask me to demo the quill pens, and so I've never demoed anything before. So we're going to give this a shot and see how well I do with it and see how well we actually like the pens. Now, full disclosure, I have both the Freestyle quill pens and the ones that you can hook to your Cricut Brother Skin and Cut or Sizzix machine. So we're gonna work with the Freestyle pens today because if you don't have a machine, then this is the best way to get your foiling on without all the fancy equipment. So the bundle came. I got the bundle link just in. The bundle came with all 4 tips. There's a fine tip, a standard tip, a bold tip, and a calligraphy tip. Now, my handwriting is crazy bad, but we are going to give this a go. It also came with 20 gold foil, 10 silver foil, and 10 rose gold foil sheets, and a placement tape to place your project down. So I just went into my stencil stash and got a couple of stencils. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. Well, the folk art one I got at Joann's, I think. But so we're going to play around with freehand and some stenciling and see how well we do. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is pull out our tips. So I'm going to start with the standard tip, which I think is the blue tip. Let's just see if I'm right here. Hope everyone is doing well today. Oh, doesn't say. That's weird. Fine tip, standard tip. Yeah, so I think the blue is the standard tip. Well, if I'm going to be reviewing things, my first notice here is that there's no details on which tip is which is not good, right? You should know which tip is which. It should be marked in some way. Full quill. It doesn't say. How crazy is that, people? Okay, so I guess we'll figure it out as we go, because unless my glasses are foggy. Yeah, none of these pins, but I think I watched May Made Its video. Oh, here we go. Duh. Okay. So, oh, no, that doesn't tell me anything. I thought that would be bolded depending on the tip. Alas, no. So, okay, so we're just going to start with this one and see how it goes. So here's our tape. Put this to the side. And I just got a piece of like navy, like kind of bluey cardstock so we can see how it looks. And I'm going to, because I write it at an angle, so I'm just going to kind of angle it on my mat. I'm going to put this tape down, and you can use washi tape or whatever tape you have. I'm going to do it on all 4 sides. Hope I'm in frame. Yeah, okay. So there we go. So we're going to put it down on our mat. Then you can hook this up to any USB outlet or to your computer or wherever you can get power so that it can heat up. Now, if you have the pins that go in the Cricut or Brother Skin and Cut or whatever machine you have, They say you can hook it to your machine, but I do not recommend this because it could void your warranty on your machine. Just hook it to an outside power source or a power charger or something. So what's closest to me is my computer. So I'm going to hook it to my computer. So the little light is on. So it's heating. I'm really disturbed by this non-naming of the pins here. So fine tip coil. Yeah, it doesn't say by color what it is. So we're going to allow this to heat for 5 minutes. And while this is heating, I'm going to just pause us and come right back because I don't want you watching me watch the pin for 5 minutes. So I'll be right back. So I'm back, people, and I think we've waited the obligatory 5 minutes for the pin to heat up. It feels a little warm, so we're going to give this a go. So with the Freestyle pin, you can basically freestyle your type. So I'm going to make an attempt here to just write something. Again, my handwriting is not the best. Okay, so just gonna put a few things on here, and then I'm gonna take one of these stencils while it's hot and stencil a flower on here. So if you bought your Freestyle pins from HSN during the HSN craft night, these came in a bundle and it was on auto ship. And what auto ship means is that during the course of the year, over a period of like 4 probably auto ships, you're going to get things to go with it. So in this case, like in November, I'll get more foil paper, monogram stencils, which will be kind of cool if I figure out how to use it, and things to monogram on for an additional like $19 a bundle. So this is going to probably be terrible because I'm a terrible tracer. So, but you'll get the general idea, I think. Okay. So my crude attempt at this. So let's take it apart and reveal and see how we did. And again, the Freestyle pins I bought because, if I'm going to do cards or something, I'd like to be able to sign them in foil or outline something, a project, add some foiling to a mixed media project maybe. I just thought of all kinds of uses for these pins when I was looking at them on HSN. Now the ones attached to the Cricut are far more versatile, I'm going to say, because, you can take any design, turn it into draw, and then you'll, and can foil it. And if you're interested in seeing how that works in another video, if this one goes well, let me know, and I will come back on with my machine and try to do it. Okay, so are you ready? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's pretty. That's pretty, and it doesn't rub off. I mean, you get like a little flakes, but they come right off. You just take a cloth and wipe those off. But that is really pretty. Let's undo this, and we'll look close up to the camera so you can see a little better. If I had pretty handwriting, this would be awesome. So I'm going to gauge that this is the fine tip pen. Oh, why did I do that? Because I'm slow, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to gauge that this is the fine tips pen, and I'm going to move it up close to the camera. Focus. So you can see how that came out. And I used gold foil. Very pretty. So again, you know, forgive my handwriting. So now be careful with the foil, because you savers, you know, want to save the scraps of foil. But once the pen has gone over the foiling, that part of the foil is no longer any good. So just keep that in mind when you're refoiling, when you want, you know, if you want to try to refoil something. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, but oh, you don't have to do all that stamping down either if you're just doing something really quick. That's kind of cool. Or I would hook up another pin and see how that works. That is awesome. I like that a lot. Okay. So I'll get the fat. I'm going to put you back on pause for a minute, and I'm going to plug in the fat pin and come back. Okay, people, I'm back, and I went online while I was waiting for it to heat up and figured out what tips is what. So I just made a little mark with a Sharpie. So this is the standard tip, this pretty turquoise color. The tip that I have plugged in right now is the bold tip. Then the hot pink tip is the calligraphy tip. And then the pink tip we used earlier is the fine tip. So, well, actually we used the standard tip earlier. So now I have all my tips marked. That's great. Note to we are memory keepers. If you're watching next iteration of these, you should really put what the tips are, so you'll know what the differences is. Unless I'm missing it. I don't see it anywhere, but maybe I'm missing it. So I think this is hot enough for the bold tip. So let's see what the bold tip looks like. So we'll just do the same thing we did before. Okay. I don't. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the font, the thickness of the foiling is thicker. See, here's the standard tip we did earlier. And then here's the bold tip. So it's a little fatter. And again, excuse my handwriting. It's a little fatter, so that's nice. So if you wanted, that would probably be a good tip for like sentiments, if you were going to do sentiments in foiling. That would be really cool. So these are the We Are Memory Keepers Freestyle quill pens. And I like them. I think I'm going to like them. With anything, you know, practice makes perfect. They're not going to be, you know, I mean, literally I opened them with you and just sat down and freestyled, literally, a tutorial. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Is this something that you'd be interested in? And if you do something, you know, tag me on social media. Let me know that you did something. And I might make some cards and post them. If I make cards, I'll post them to Instagram so that everybody can see them. But I think I like this. This is going to be fun to play with, especially during the holiday season. You know, adding foil accents to things. So again, I appreciate you watching, subscribing, thumbs upping my videos. If you're not a subscriber, please consider joining my crafty community. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye for now.